Hello, 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 hello. All right, let's get this party started. Hope everyone's having a good evening. Hope you've had a good day. Let's see. All right, so I did fix my little mouse cursor problem. We will see if the solution sticks. Because I think I figured out a good solution. I was able to set it up so that my cursor can still cross over between monitors, but it's only in a very specific spot in the bottom right corner of the monitor. And we'll see if that helps. We'll see if that fixes it, or fixes the problem I was having. Alright, so let's go ahead and we'll turn the music off. There we go. Alright. Then I'm going to go ahead and boot up Pentiment. Alright. Here we are. Hi Nick, Sally Val. It's been a little bit since we last played this, so I might be a little rusty as to what's going on. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. If I remember right, our artist pal, Andreas, he's older now. He has an apprentice. And, where am I going? Let's see. If your stream's being back in Cursaw. Right into Brother G. Brother Guy. Let's see. And from his adventures as a changed man. Otto told me to come to the comments later. I'll head there after I talk to Klaus. Okay, I think we want to talk to Klaus. Okay, yeah, we're going to the Drucker house. So we're heading this way. Wait. Oh wait, no, I was there already. Hang on. There we go. Okay. All right, because he's right here. All right, awesome. He's got a little girl, Magdalene, who says, "Bah." Just a baby. All right. Okay, let's talk to him. Andreas. Sorry, Klaus, I know it's been a long time. Klaus, you're not really mad, are you? I don't want to bother you, but I was just passing through. Yeah, I'd say I'm sorry. It's been a long time. 7 years. 7 years and nothing from my friend Andreas. First Bert, then Marie just after Magdalene was born. My wife always thought highly of you. I can't believe you didn't write back after I told you they had passed. Should have written. Should have written. Yes, you should have. Too late for that now, though. Boop, babobo. Oh, hello. She likes you. Oh, did Bert pass? Oh, no. Oh, man. Bert was cute. Your business seems to have grown. What are you printing? What is Klaus printing these days? The 12 articles. They were originally written by Swabian peasants who were demanding changes from their lords. Ooh. Freedom from serfdom. Freedom to hunt and use the woods as God intended. Freedom from compulsory labor. Abolition of the inheritance tax. Fair appraisal of rent. The return of property to common use and ownership. Bavaria isn't Swabia, but their complaints are just as valid for the peasants of Tassing. This must be what Otto is talking about later. He wanted me to bring you along. Yes, he's asked. I may come, I may not. The abbot has been squeezing the peasants for years. Now he's squeezing the townsfolk, and we're pushing back. Their cause is righteous, Andreas. If you haven't seen the Gertners lately, you should visit them. And Otto had you print these? Yes. Why? Well, I didn't think he could read. He can't, but just about everyone else in town can. He speaks, I print, just trying to do my part, I suppose. I'm sorry, I'm still not in the mood for this late reunion. Come back for dinner tomorrow. You should go to the Commons, hear what Otto has to say. It's worth hearing. I understand. Until later. Of course, I will see you then. Be good while we're gone, Magdalene. Will you be good? Gab, gab, guru. I think that's a yes. Okay. So we're going to... Looks like the town commons. Oh, everyone's here. So many people. I think the game might be a little bit loud. Oh, it's... I have my PS4 controller plugged in, so I think it was... Hold on. There we go. Let's turn that down just a little bit. There we go. Okay. A little bit of finagling. There we go. So many people. Everyone listen. We all know why we're here. Nothing I'm going to say will be a surprise. Nothing I'm going to say hasn't been spoken behind closed doors, whispered to your neighbors. Nothing I'm going to say is untruthful, so it's time we started saying it openly. Year after year, the Abbey has found new ways to tax the peasants. Piece by piece, the Abbey has taken away our rights to use God's forest to support our families. Law after law gets heaped upon us, restrictions on how we can pay rent. Limits on where we can move, who we can wed. And now the death tax, which once claimed only our best animal and garment, takes half our estate. No consideration for widows, no consideration for children. What about the town council, the rat house? What about the rat house? Let's learn about them. Community hall where people meet, typically a council that governs day-to-day affairs under the authority of a lord. Ooh, okay. Surely that is a sign that the abbot wishes to share his power, to listen to our grievances. You have a good heart, Ulrich. You always want to see the best in people. But no. council is a way for the abbot to divide us, to pit a favored few against the many. This is not charity. No, only greed and desperation drive Father Guinot. You'd think that if the abbot could, he'd steal a dead man's soul from heaven itself. And when we protested, what did Father Guinot do? He locked the shrine of Saint Moritz. He won't allow the people of this town, the farmers of this land, to pray before the relic. Now, when we most need the intercession of our saint, the abbot has shut us out. Father Guinot's actions aren't just, they aren't Christian. We've endured this abuse for too long. It's time we let the abbot know we won't take it anymore. Too right. Hear, hear. Yes. This has to stop. Let's fix this. Stop. This is foolish. Soldiers are already patrolling nearby towns. If you push against the abbey, you'll incur the Duke's wrath. You could get the town razed and everyone killed. Hannah's right. The Duke is a powerful force in Bavaria. You're playing a dangerous game, Otto. You lot are no match for trained soldiers. If you don't relent, you'll be ground into dust like Swabian peasants. Like the Swabian peasants. We could always grind you up instead, Lenhart. You might be right if there are already soldiers about. Don't know about this. We must stand for what is right. God is on our side. Don't be shy. Speak up if you have cause. We won't be overrun. The peasants of Salzburg were able to take the city and have their cause heard. If the people can get the Archbishop of Salzburg to listen to them, then we can do the same with the abbot. As Andreas, do you think my family in Salzburg is alright? I don't know, Casper, but we can find out. Alright. Enough is enough. We can't stand by while the abbot continues treating us poorly. People over Swabia are taking back their God-given rights. Why shouldn't we do the same? A righteous cause. Martin's right, we deserve better. We can do this. Well spoken, Martin. Everyone ought to consider what he said. Martin has proved dependable these last few years. But if the words of men can't persuade you, perhaps a sign from a greater power will. The abbot may have locked us out of our saint's shrine, but God has shown me that he is with us. Dramatic pause. I think that's all I should say for now. Thank you all for coming. Mysterious, mysterious. Good day, Andreas. Clara, it's been too long. It's lovely to see you again. Hello, Andreas. And there's Eva. Surprised to see you after your long absence from Tassing. At this rate, we thought we'd never see you again. Oh, time to be a slut. Hello, Eva. All these years and you're looking as lovely as ever. Andreas, please, that's enough. I'm married now. Of course. I apologize for being so forward. No harm done. Ah, you found the Gertners. Your speech was very arousing, Otto. I swear they get better each time. Ooh. Hope the Duke doesn't catch word of this, Otto. The town could suffer for it. We're past the point of caring, Mallory. If you were in our position, you'd understand that. You're right. It's not my place to judge. I'm just concerned. It's appreciated, but we know the risks. Otto, did you really see a sign from God? Is that true? It is, Andreas, I swear. Hey, we got a success from, I think from doing a bunch of stuff earlier, where we, like, listened to why people were upset with the abbot. Come talk to me later, I'll tell you what I can, alright? Alright. Anyway, Andreas, you and yours should come by the house for supper. We'd be delighted to have you. That sounds wonderful, we'll be there. And Casper is just along for the ride. Alright. Go to the Gertner's for supper. Hey, there's Endris, the blacksmith. Andreas, you back in Tassing? Just for a few days. Wanted to pay my respects to Brother Piero. Oh yes, Brother Piero. What a talent with color. I'm sorry, Andreas. He was a sweet old man. I talked to him sometimes on my breaks up at the Abbey. I'm surprised Prior Ferenc didn't give you an earful. That he did, but only as long as the scriptorium stayed open. Once it closed, I didn't see Brother Piero much. Wonder if he lost a bit of his purpose when he stopped painting. He did love painting, that's true. Every day he showed me how much. He made Cursaw a brighter place. We could use more color and light these days. Father Gurnow's abuses cast a long shadow over Tassing. Are you in with the peasants? Well, of course. Gurnow has been running them into the ground. On top of that, we can't even use the forest anymore. Any of us used to be able to go fishing in there. Not anymore. How far are you going to take this? Well, I don't know. Don't ask me, I'm not leading the thing. But I trust in Otto, and the peasants do, too. He is a good man. The whole town knows it. Even Lenhart, though he wouldn't admit it. Say, Andreas, how's the married life been treating you? After you left here to return to Nuremberg, I assume you married that girl of yours, Sabine? I did. I hope the married life has treated you well. I still have not found anyone. I fear it's never going to happen. Not a single person? Well, when I was in Innsbruck a few years ago, I saw a real pretty girl at the market selling painted pots. I think about her sometimes, maybe more than is Christian. Don't let that pretty facade fool you. No, we're gonna encourage him. Like, hold on. You need to go back to Innsbruck and find that pretty girl. What? Really? You're older than me and you're not married. Go find her. It's how it should be. Life is too short. You think Tyrolean men are better than Bavarians? Life is too short to spend dreaming about the loves you could have had. Trust me. You seem to feel strongly about this, Andreas. But it sounds foolish. Juvenile, you might say. Maybe, but it feels right. Don't overthink it. May not have found true love, but that doesn't mean you can't. You know what? You're absolutely right. Forget I said anything. Yeah, I may not have found true love, but that doesn't mean you can't. Let's give him some good advice. Are you not happy with your life, Andreas? I'm not, but this isn't about me. It's about you. Well, if I ever have the chance to get back to Innsbruck, maybe I will. Hell yeah! Convince him to find his sweetheart. Yay. There's something to look forward to after all. I thank you, Andreas. You're a man of inspiration. A pleasure. Until then, Andreas. Until then. Yeah, because we made our Andreas the sort of person that got into art and focused on making money And now he finds no joy in his work. We made him depressed. Anyway, supper time. Hello again, Andreas. We're about to sit down to supper. Care to join? It would be my pleasure. It's really a blessing to have everyone back together again, if only briefly. Keep an eye on that boy of yours, Andreas. See that he minds how much he takes. Young boys eat too goddamned much. Peter, stop that. Andreas is our guest. Why don't you lead us in grace? Fine. And he's going to say his prayer. He's going to say more of his prayer. Pray again for our beloved Christine, gone now these many years. Oh yeah, his wife. And everyone's going to say their amens. Alright. Master Andreas, why are we the only ones with bread? The Gertners can't afford a lot of bread. They're being polite. Andreas, it's good to have you at our table again. With another guest. Is this young man your assistant? Casper, yes, he's my apprentice. That would explain why I saw him writing in that little journal. I remember you did the same thing when you lived here. And we're gonna... hold on. There we go. Hello? Mouse? There we go. Alright, let's have the bread first. Why not? Do you still draw in your journal, Andreas? Sometimes, when the mood strikes. Wouldn't that be nice, George, if we only had to work when the whim took us? We toil all day, and that despicable abbot is starving us, all while he sips on his sacramental fucking wine. Lay off him, Dad. He's only just got here. Yeah, let's have some cheese. How have the fates been treating you these last few years? Ursula coughs. Oh no, she's sick. Ugh. The Lord is testing us with another hard season, I'm afraid. That's one way to say it. Been miserable as shit all around. And old Peter's even coughing. I'm surprised he's still kicking. Maybe you should be resting, Grandpa. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna do it sitting up at my own goddamned table. Whole family's been ill, Andreas. Peter, his father, and Ursula with an ague. Adu? And me, well... Clara lost a child in childbed a year ago now. Oh. Have any idea what the cause might have been? Andreas? It's alright, Veronica. Agnes suggested it might have been a fright I was given during the flood. She was nearly swept away in the flood. Then the child came early. Agnes tried her best to save him, but he had a deformity of the skull and didn't live long. It was monstrous. Monstrous. Surely the child is with the Lord now. Think about it, just keep the conversation going. Okay. Don't think about it. You're already thinking about it. Surely the child is with the Lord now. The Lord doesn't seem to look our way any longer. That's why it's time for us to take matters into our own hands. We're eating. At the table, do you think? He's right. Please, can we not talk about this right now? Alright, time to have some porridge, or pottage. George here was married while you were away, Andreas. Maybe it's not the time to have a slut moment. Really? To whom? To me, Andreas. Why else do you think I'm here? Oh, Veronica, I had thought you were just visiting. No, I'm here for good. It's been a couple springs, but I'm still not used to being married. Any children yet? Congratulations, George. I'm happy for you. Thanks, Andreas. It's been our one blessing in a dark season. With children soon to come, I hope. And everyone has a little laugh. Forget it, Ursula. What have you been up to, Andreas? What has Andreas been up to? Foreign patrons are fussy. Nuremberg is miserable. Been so busy with Casper's apprenticeship, I never have time for myself. Spent a fortune trying to keep my inks wet and canvases dry while traveling. Painting of a commission, but patrons are paying to be added, so it's taking ages to finish. Yeah, foreign patrons are fussy. Christ, Andreas, you're living like a king compared to us. What is it like to travel? Cough, cough. You must have seen so much. Cough, cough. Ursula, maybe you should excuse yourself and rest. You're sick. But Mom, I'm still hungry. Here, Ursula, you can have mine. It's not fair that nobody else gets any bread besides Master Andreas and me. Stop. Ursula, give it back to him. I'm not going to have people in this town saying we can't feed our goddamned guests. Besides, we all have work to get back to, don't we? Good. Time to get back to it, Andreas. We'll see you and your boy later. My apologies, Peter. We don't mean to overstay our welcome. It's all right, Andreas. He's just in a bad mood. It was lovely to see you again. Yes. Thank you for coming, Andreas. Will you be staying for St. John's Eve? What is St. John's Eve? Feast and celebration of St. John the Baptist, beginning at sunset on June 23rd. Coincides with Midsummer's Day and the summer solstice. Boy howdy. Not sure yet. Alright, well, maybe we'll see you later. Until then. And let's get out of there. Okay. Oh, time to head out. See, I'm thinking we can go this way. Oh, it might be up over here. Yeah, I think it's over this way. There we go, there's a church. The sin of Saul. The sin of Saul. Who's Saul? First monarch of Israel. According to the Old Testament, Saul was finally rejected from the kingship after disobeying the prophet Samuel's instructions. Ooh. Master, did you hear that? Sounded like someone crying out. I think it's Sister Amelie. She's a mystic. She may be having one of her visions. Sister Amelie, are you all right? The Philistines. This is the hand of God. Compline. Compline. Monastic hour corresponding to 8 p.m. One of the little hours of prayer, the monks and nuns retired to their dormitories shortly afterward. Sister, is something happening at Compline? It's Compline right now. No. Sister? Sister Amelie? You're the artist, Andreas. You remember me? Yes, you were here when the Baron was killed. You've changed. In more ways than one. The complexities and difficulties of the outside world are why I am glad to be in here. I can see and hear the world spinning around me, but I am not a part of it. This cell gives me the peace and isolation I need to feel God's presence. And in the stillness of this storm of the world, a storm sometimes rouses in my soul. I wish Father Thomas were here. Would you like Casper to go get him? If he could, yes. His house is just around the corner. Casper, run and get Father Thomas. Hello! How's Pentiment going here? It's going pretty good. It's been a while since I last played, so I'm still kind of catching up on remembering like where I left off. But so far, so good. So Casper says, yes, Master Andreas. Your son? My apprentice. Casper Ziegler from Salzburg. He seems eager to please you. Of course, that is the job of an apprentice. He is quite enthusiastic. I feel his devotion is misplaced in me. Yeah, he is enthusiastic. I have little knowledge of the workings of masters and apprentices. Hi, Wild. How's it going? Hope you're doing good. Oh, we get a peek in her cell. My world is one of spirit, decoupled from the march of life and death. I see and hear your world turning from this little window, but they are mercifully small glimpses. Hashtag free Amelie. 100% with you there. Mercifully small? You chose a difficult life. Yeah, she chose a difficult life living in here. The life is not difficult, but the choice was. My life belongs to God, and its trials are mine to endure in this cell. Your world is the world of normal lives and normal thoughts. It can be difficult to hear the divine, much less make sense of it. I have no will to be part of that world. I strive to have no will at all, but to subordinate myself to the will of God. Also not doing great, but I won't get into details. Oh, I hope your day turns around soon, Wild. Hope you feel better soon. When my will is his will, he graces me with visions, confusing though they may be. To join your will to be intimate with Jesus as though he were your wedded husband. That is a bold thing to say, Master Maller. Oh, did I say the wrong thing? Talking to the anchoress? Oh no, wait. She's the lady that lives in the cell attached to the church in town. I'm not... Is that the right title? That might be the right title. Oh, right. I'm sorry, Renee. I forgot you played this game before. I am being silly. Yeah, talking to the anchoress right now. Where did you hear that? Read it in a book by an English mystic. I had someone make a translation for me. I'm glad you have an interest in spiritual matters. But these are not words to speak lightly, nor ideas to speak lightly of. The revelations we experience can be terrifying to us and to those who witness us experiencing them. They are not dreams, but waking visions of the greatest divine forces. Sorry? I am sorry I did not mean to offend you. I am not offended. But it is difficult for us to communicate these experiences through the written word. Sister, what is that hole in the ground? My grave. Oh, that's grim. That's dark. That seems macabre. I've never talked to religion. Oh, yeah. I think you've mentioned it a few times, Renee. Once or twice. We've never actually had a conversation about it. I have? Whoops. Oh. Once or twice, kind of offhand, I think. You've mentioned that you have some background in it. Anyway, gonna have Andreas say that seems macabre. Dug it before Father Thomas read me my funeral rites. Before I was enclosed here, I dig a little more in it each day. Most people find it shocking, but this is my devotion, my vocation. Once someone finds their calling, they must answer it fully. Was a calling to a cloistered life not enough? I don't think it's that simple. What if the calling is wrong? What if the calling is wrong? I wish I could give a helpful answer, but I don't know. I felt this was my calling even before I could admit it to myself. Is your calling in question, Andreas? Is your life? Yeah, I think we're having Andreas kind of regret kind of putting a lot of focus into making money when he was starting as an artist. So I think this is a good conversation for him to have. Anyway, yeah, no, an anchorite, anchoress is literally dead to the world. They have their funerals in advance before they're encloistered. Oh, okay. Huh, that's interesting. And that is... You learn something new every day. Alright, both, I think. I've lost my love. My love for art, love for family, love for anything. The last 7 years have been hard. It was all too much for me. Don't lose hope, Andreas. The human heart is no small thing. It can hold so much. And then Casper and the priest are back. Andreas, thank you for sending Casper. She asked for you. Are you alright, Sister Emily? Yes, Father. I may have had another vision. I remember little of it. Master Mailer and his apprentice heard nothing specific. That is unfortunate, but I am glad you are all right. Andreas, Casper, could you excuse us? We appreciate your help, but I must tend to her now in the church. Of course, Father. Good evening. God bless you both. Master Andreas, I'm confused. What did that all mean? I'm not sure, but the last time I heard Sister Emily have a vision, it was just before the Baron was murdered. What? Do you think, could Sister Emily be receiving warnings? Fever or St. Anthony's fire? No, that's too simple an explanation. There are layers and layers to divine messages. Let's lean occultist on this one. No revelation with real power or prophecy could be understood plainly. The meaning must be hidden or implied. Sounds complicated. Come, Casper, let's retire for the evening. Alright. Let's go to the meadow. Of course, always have to pet the cat. Always pet the cat. In fact, I make sure to pet every animal at the soonest opportunity. Every chance I get. Alright, so I believe we're staying in the guest house. And then we go up the stairs. And time for a sleepy sleep. It's getting late, should get some rest. Let's go to sleep. Can I pet that cat? You sure can. Boy howdy. I wonder if we're gonna wake up and something's gonna happen. We'll see what happens. Meet Illuminata at the library. Alright. Did you drop this, Casper? No, I don't think so, Master. Oh, what is it? Oh. That script looks beautiful, Master Andreas. Did you write that? You were warned. Oh no. Warned? What does that mean? Warned about what? It has to do with the murder that happened the last time I was here. How? I thought they caught the murderer. Yes, but it's complicated. Let's just head up to the library, Casper. Alright, Master. Alright. Oh, time to go to the library. Hey, there's Matthew. Andreas? Brother Matthew, what are you doing out here? What is all this commotion? Father Gano has asked me to inform the townsfolk that the shrine is closed. Closed with everything going on? Whatever for? Father Gano has ordered the relic be brought into the church. The pilgrims are welcome to come visit the relic, but the townsfolk are prohibited from seeing it. What? Why? The abbot has had enough of the peasants and townsfolk rebelling against the abbey. As their rightful lord, he has been more than generous, but he cannot let their heretical talk of the 12 articles pass. The abbot, under my advice, brought the relic inside to protect it from destruction. With the library closure, the abbey relies on the shrine now more than ever. Let's see, how long will the shrine stay closed? The task depends on St. Moritz just as much as the abbey. What about the faith of the townsfolk? If the townsfolk demonstrate their faith... Oh, hey, Mim, thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. Thank you so much for the follow. If the townsfolk demonstrate their faith by walking away from such heretical behavior, I'm sure the abbot will restore the hand. The abbot will protect the relic for as long as he needs to. Nothing more. What about the peasants' complaints? Somehow doubt that's the only thing on his mind. No one wants to destroy the hand of St. Moritz. The abbot is a cruel man, and you're no better defending him. Well, that's a one way to get kicked out of the abbey. Or out of the guest house. I somehow doubt that's the only thing on his mind. Will you question the abbot too, Andreas Maller? Have you forgotten that you were a guest here in Tassing? Well, definitely have not. I kind of want to visit the nuns. But I probably... yeah, let's visit the nuns. Let's see what the nuns are up to. There's Margaret. Hello, who's there? Oh, that's the blind one. Hello, Sister Margaret. It's Andreas Maller, the artist. Oh, Master Maller. Mother Luminata said you'd returned. Is there someone else with you? Yes, my apprentice, Casper. Hello. God bless you, Casper. You smell even more of paint than your master. Sister Margaret is blind. She relies on her other senses, Casper. Oh, thank you? Ha, you're funny. Anyway, I should go. Mother Illuminata doesn't like it when we're distracted from our duties. Of course. Until later, sister. God bless you, Master Meller, and you too, Casper. Where are the other nuns? Where have they gone? There's another cat! Gotta give them all the pets. Every single cat, every single animal. I wonder if I can... poke around in here. It appears that I cannot. Okay, I guess it's just Sister Margaret here for now. Time to go to the church. Oh, there's Ferenc. Ferenc? I still can't pronounce his name. I might just call him Ferret. Father Ferret. Andreas, it's good to see you after so many years. You look healthy and prosperous. God has blessed you. Worked and was paid for it. God had nothing to do with it. Well, just thank him. Thank you, Brother Prior. You are quite welcome. I'm glad you found good fortune after Cursaw. Hope you don't harbor any ill feelings toward me or the Abbey because of your time in the scriptorium. Those were difficult days. I'm afraid the stress of overseeing the end of the scriptorium inflamed a sinful, spiteful wound in me. My frustration was exacerbated by the presence of a layman. It's not your fault, of course. God knows that the error lies with me. Forgive me, Andreas. Time is the healer of all necessary evils. We forgive you, Brother Ferenc. All is well. If you want forgiveness, talk to a priest. You'll find none with me. Oh my gosh. Time is the healer of all necessary evils. I see you haven't lost your love of the class. Yeah, got a little tongue-tied there. I see you haven't lost your love of the classics. Meanwhile, I'm going to take a sip. But true. It's kind of you to say. How have you been these last few years? Despite the decline of the Abbey, I have been in better spirits. It is much easier for me to be an effective prior to the brothers without needing to run the scriptorium. Forgive me for saying so, but it seems odd that Brother Gernot entrusts so much to Brother Guy. After all, you are the Abbey's prior. It bothered me for a while, but I believe that was my pride doing the devil's work. Brother Guy is not only a talented scribe, but a skilled accountant. His father had him educated in the newest Florentine and Venetian bookkeeping practices. They're quite beyond me and Brother Matthew. I am content that Father Abbot can put Brother Guy's skills to good use. I have to go, but it was nice to see you. You as well. God bless you, Andreas. Alright, let's find our way to... Oh, Rudiger? Oh yeah, I remember him. Andreas. Oh, it's wonderful to see you again. How have things been for you in Nuremberg? I've actually been to Krakow recently. Nuremberg is wonderful, though. I'm glad to hear it. Forgive me for asking, but how did you find the music in Krakow? Excellent. King Sigismund and the Archbishop of Wawel are patrons of ensembles and host foreign musicians at court. Oh, that is wonderful to hear. I've heard Krakow is a beautiful city. I am glad they are making beautiful music as well. I love our music, of course, but I'm interested in what is being created across Christendom. I suppose you came to pay your respects to Brother Piero. I am so sorry, Andreas. He was a wonderful man and a faithful servant of Christ. He was my friend and teacher. Well, despite the occasion, it is good to see you again. God bless you, Andreas. Alright. Old Bailey. There we go. Hey, there he is. Adoc. Hello, who is this? It's Andreas, Brother Adoc. Andreas Malloy. Oh. Oh, Andreas, the fine young artist from Nuremberg. Not quite so young anymore, brother. No, you're still young. When you were last here, I thought I was old. I was wrong. Now I feel the true measure of years on these bones. Like the waves of the wide sea on the cliffs of Porthkragen, time has worn me down. But enough of that. How have you been, Andreas? I have been well, thank you. Successful in body, if not in spirit. I'm sorry, Andreas. The dreams of youth often do not survive the march of years. But take heart that the Lord is always here for us in times of sorrow. You seem more at ease now than when I was last here. Do I? It may be so. I have worked in the scriptorium beyond the limits of this body. It pained my joints and strained my brotherly love for Guy. The scriptorium took my sight and the use of my hands, but when it closed, it also took the pain from my heart. The abbot is content to let me serve the Lord through prayer and contemplation. And so it also contents me. I'm sorry, Andreas, but I must rest now. It's good to hear your voice at Cursa again. God bless you. God bless you, Brother Adoc. Alright. Hey, Brother Zadina. Oh, Andreas, you're back. You seem surprised to see me. Only surprised at how much you've grown in stature. A master artist now, I see. For context, earlier in the game, we seduced her. So I'm interested to see what she says about that, or what could happen. You know, I've grown as well in a variety of ways. You'll have to show me sometime. Shall we finish what we began, sister? And his poor apprentice... Yeah, I seduced Zadina. And, poor Casper is right there. Shall we finish what we began? Yep, time to have a slut moment. Slut era. Ugh. Don't be ridiculous, Andreas. I'm not indulging you again. Oh, was it that bad? No, it wasn't. Just let it pass, won't you? You didn't have to endure the tongue-wagging Mother Illuminata gave me. Did you get in much trouble? I had to do penance, obviously, and I had to help Sister Gertrude in the garden for a whole month. It wasn't horrible. I enjoyed working outside on the nice days. The garden is beautiful. No mercy for apprentices in medieval Bavaria. Exactly. Absolutely true. I was young and lonely. You have no idea how boring a convent is for a young woman. Oh. You have more freedom here than I do slaving away for patrons in Nuremberg. Can't be that bad. You don't have to listen. You don't listen to Mother Illuminata anyway. Either of these I don't think are appropriate answers. It can't be that bad. You don't listen. Yeah, let's say this. You don't listen to Mother Illuminata anyway. I don't listen to her because I never wanted this. That's a good point for her. I'm not like you, Andreas. I never chose this life. My family couldn't marry me off to anyone of higher rank, so they donated to the Abbey. The amount was substantial enough for the Abbey to take me in as a nun. I was forced to take the habit. I lived my life before Cursa. At least you chose your vocation. I was shoved into mine and forgotten. Oh. I had no idea. I'm sorry. I've accepted where I am now. I make the best of it as well as I can. Still, it's a pity we never got to finish that kiss. Poor apprentice is right there. Fuck it. Let's go for it. Ha. Sorry, Andreas. You'll have to go without. I should return to my duties. Thank you for speaking with me, Andreas Maller. Until later, Sister Zadina. And Casper's just like, what was that? As Illuminata. God bless you, Andreas. It has been too long. No doubt your work has carried you far from Nuremberg, but we had hoped to hear from you from time to time. Yes, my apologies. You're right, of course. It's good to see you, Mother Illuminata. This is my apprentice. Good day. This is my apprentice. Yeah, let's do the first one. It's good to see you again. This is my apprentice Casper from Salzburg. God bless you, Mother Superior. God bless you, young Casper. No greeting for your favorite library helper? I knew I was going to see some treasures today, but I didn't expect to see Chrysa's finest. Oh my gosh. No mercy for anybody in medieval Bavaria. Why did I say Barovia? This isn't D&D. Bavaria. Oh boy. We already greeted her, but you know what? Slut era never ends. Andreas. It's nice to know you haven't forgotten everything about your last visit. Quiet, both of you. Of course, Mother Superior. Andreas, I had hoped your attitude would change in the past few years, but I suppose it's none of my concern now. Let's quote some Latin at her. Artist changes his coat, not his disposition. Ah, gotcha. That makes sense. I'm not in the mood for wordplay, Andreas. May have entertained it when this library was in its days of splendor. I'm sorry you have to see it in such a state. It sees very little use these days. What happened? After Baron Rothfugl's murder, we had fewer and fewer wealthy patrons. The small number that held out lost interest. It's easier to commission new work from the Guild of St. Luke or individual masters in big cities like Nuremberg. Father Gernot saw no reason to keep the scriptorium or library open. Most of the books here have been suffering of neglect. After Mother Cecilia's death, neither I nor Sister Zadina had the time to maintain our inventory. Oh. That's terrible. Chrysa was one of the last monastic scriptoria in Bavaria. As Brother Piero was fond of saying, all things change in time. Now all that remains are books for sale to interested parties, a task that Father Gernot has entrusted to me. And Sister Zadina, of course. Well, I'm eager to look through your inventory. Master Andreas, maybe you could find a book for little Magdalene. Something that's not in print yet. Excellent idea, Casper. So let's go book searching. Parzival. Perhaps Klaus would not object to this romance giving its emphasis on Christian values. The German is a little dated, but I'm sure she'll figure it out with Klaus's help. Who knows, maybe it will inspire her imagination. Can I go up? I can go up. Let's see. I think these are Latin translations of some of Origen's homilies. Origen's homilies. It also looks like it's partially burned. Probably not a great gift for a younger... Wait. This is the same bookhand as the notes I found when the Baron was murdered. Whoever wrote this is responsible for writing the notes. I need to ask Illuminata about this. Okay, we'll take that one too. Oh, there's some more. What's this one? Copy of Jokas the Verigene's Golden Legend. Every good Christian should know the legends of the saints. The Latin is simple enough that she should be able to read it before long. And what's this one? Oh, Richard de Bury's Philobiblon. It's a text on the collection and preservation of books. Maybe this is where Illuminata and Cecilia learned all of their tricks. Certainly a good book for a printer's daughter. And what's this last one here? Albertus Magnus's tongue twisted. De Animalibus. Animalibus? It's ostensibly a bestiary, but it contains so much more knowledge on a variety of topics. This could inspire an interest in animals and the natural world. Beautiful illustrations as well. Well, we could do a lot of things. Down we go. There we go. Have you decided on any books to purchase? Yes, just one. Ooh, okay. So Levy Parts of all I'd like to buy. Philobiblon. Okay, so that's the bookkeeping, the romance, Legends of the Saints, and then the animal bestiary. I'm thinking the Philobiblon. Either that or the bestiary. You know what? I'm going to go with the bestiary. Contains a wealth of knowledge. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Klaus Drucker's daughter, Magdalene, well. Latin may pose a challenge for her, but I'm sure with persistence she can overcome it. Is there anything else you need? Yes, Mother Illuminata, what do you know about this book? I don't know anything. This is the first time I've seen it. Where did you find it? I've seen it on one of the lower shelves. I don't think it's in our catalog. It's burned around the edges. Why? How can I find out where it came from? Who wrote it? It's not in our catalog. I'm afraid I don't know whom you could ask. If it was a recent edition, the only people who would know are Mother Cecilia and Father Matthias. Right, I didn't bring any books for summoning. Oh my god, Andreas, what a thing to say in front of a nun. That's a shame because whoever scribed this book wrote the letters I found while investigating the Baron's murder. Right, and I didn't bring any books for summoning. A joke, Master Mallard? Heh. Anyway, it's a shame we can't figure out who penned this book. The author is the same person who wrote the letters I found while investigating the Baron's murder. The ones in the fine bookhand. Brother Adok told me about them. Perhaps he knows something about this book. He's been here longer than any of us. Why would the person who wrote the letters have scribed a book in our library? Well, that's the question. Whoever did it is the Thridopolar. Huh? Someone who is manipulating people at Cursaw and Tassing. pulling at threads to provoke someone into killing the Baron. I thought that old widow killed the Baron. She did, but the Baron was lured to the chapter house by someone who knew Kershaw and Tassing's secrets. Well, I'm afraid we can't be of any more help to you in determining the book's provenance. However, as it's not in our catalog and it's already damaged, I doubt Father Abbot would mind if you kept it. Excellent. Thank you. I'm glad someone bothered to save it from the flames. Oh, excuse me. Actually, excuse me for just a moment. For just a moment. Oh my goodness. Okay. There we go. All that talking had my sinuses all stuffed up. Anyway, let's continue. We'll leave with the Drukers. Let's talk to Zadina again. Oh, okay, she has nothing to say. That's fine. Oh wait, there was something I could look at. Oh, what's over here? The scriptorium fell into disrepair quickly after Father Gano closed the library. Oh, gotcha. So the library got closed and everything kind of just fell apart afterwards. Brother Piero, 1450 to 1525. Rest in peace, my old friend. Over to the cloister. Can we find Brother Adok in the dormitory? Apparently not. Well, we'll go this way. Oh, that's right. It's around mealtime, right? So we'll have to go into town to get some food. Cat. Gotta pet the cat. Always pet the cat. Okay, where are we going? Oh yeah, Druga's house. Okay. Alright. Well, here's Father Thomas. God bless you, Andreas. Okay, he's got nothing to say. Well, here we go. There's Magdalene. I don't know who these two are. Oh, is that Bert? Maybe? That's Klaus. You're back. Good. We're almost ready to sit down to eat. Would you and Casper care to join us? Of course. Thank you, Klaus. Welcome back, Andreas. Casper. Andreas, these are my friends, Benjamin and Rachel Sommerfeld. They're on their way back to Prague. Oh. Okay, so Bert did pass away. Oh, that's unfortunate. Good day. Hello, excuse me for not getting up. It's a bit difficult. Of course, I understand. It's nice to meet you both. Hello. As Magdalene makes noises. Hello. Oh, cute. That sounds like a real word, Klaus. She's learning more of them every day. She'll be reading before long. That's a wonderful segue to the gift that I've brought her. Oh. Consider it... Yeah, consider it a small apology. Well, alright, let's see this small apology. Here you are. Albertus Magnus. Albertus Magnus is the animalibus. Andreas, she's only 2 years old. I'm sure she'll learn quickly in a printer's house. Thanks for this. It's a nice thought. We should probably pray before we eat, assuming the Sommerfelds don't mind. Not at all. We're accustomed to being guests in Christian homes. Oh, they're not Christian. Thank you for asking, Klaus. All right, I'll lead the prayer then. All right, and then the prayer. Prayer. Amens all around. Klaus, thank you for letting us stay here. It's been such a long trip. Oh. Is it time? No, I'm fine, I think. I'm just sore everywhere. Oof. Anyway, we'd hoped to get home weeks ago, but the fighting has made slow progress from Basel. Is your home in Prague? Yes, we were in a print shop there. Have you ever been to Bohemia? Yes. I spent most of my time in Poland in the last few years, but visited Bohemia occasionally. That is Polish. Oh, that is Czech. My bad. Did you learn any Czech? A little, yes. That is some Czech. Definitely what they say in Czech, where they speak Czech. And that's even some more Czech. I wish I could speak it. Excellent. I don't think I've ever heard that language before. It's Czech. If you've never spent time with Bohemians, you wouldn't have heard it. Benjamin, it's not polite to speak another language in the presence of someone who doesn't understand it. Yes, dear. Oh, I don't mind. I'm just happy to see you. It's good fortune that you all wound up visiting us at the same time. Tassing hasn't seen this many artists under one roof in a while. It's amazing to see how far printing has come so quickly. Some of the engravings I've seen are incredible. And new techniques, new types, new styles are being developed every year. Benjamin is trying to create a more readable script for Yiddish. Oh, they're Jewish. We have typefaces for Hebrew, but it would be nice to have something separate for Yiddish. Is there much demand for that? Oh yes, most prayer books are still in Hebrew, not Yiddish. I'd like our writing to be more accessible, especially to those who only read Yiddish. That sure is some Yiddish. Here, something like this. I'll be sure to send you some samples when I'm finished, Klaus. Good, I'd like that. Oof. Yes, I'm fine. Klaus, what are you working on? I need to get ready to sell to travelers as the passes open, but lately I've been printing the 12 articles for the town. 12 articles. Thanks to Father Thomas, everyone in town can read at least well enough to make it through that sheet. It's got a lot of people talking, and a lot are coming over to Otto's way of thinking. Well, you heard him yourself, Andreas. What do you think of what's happening in Tassing? The abbot is in a difficult position. He's just trying to find a way through it. Well, can he find a way through it? Through that isn't on the backs of every farmer in this town? They've been dealing with these tax difficulties for years. Now they can't even use the forest. The abbot must be able to appeal to some higher authority for aid. Ooh, the Pope. Duke of Bavaria may lend him military aid, but money is unlikely. He could try to sit down with Otto and work something out. Otto's tried to reason with him. The abbot won't listen. Let's eat some food. Mushroom pottage. Let's go. We're sympathetic to what's happening here. We saw it all throughout Swabia. Peasants are suffering. It's true, but I worry what will happen in Tassing. Oof. Ow. I'm fine. Peasants are no match for the soldiers of the Swabian League. What is the Swabian League? Soldiers of the Swabian nobility meant to keep peace in the empire. Bastards who think they can crush people for the crime of standing up for themselves. Right or wrong, they can crush them. We saw their handiwork. It was brutal. If the peasants aren't careful, Tassing could draw the wrong sort of attention. I know that Otto and the peasants are taking a risk, but I believe Otto will keep things peaceful. Anyway, it's not the Swabian League we have to worry about, but soldiers of the Duke of Bavaria. Bavaria. The Prince Bishop has the church's authority, but the Duke's lands surround Tassing and Cursaw. Let's have some apple pie. Klaus, I'm sorry for showing up yesterday without writing. You had every right to be angry. I want to apologize for never writing back. Sorry for never writing back. What happened here in Tassing at Cursaw, I just wanted to forget it. Yeah, Klaus, I'm sorry for what happened to your family, and I'm sorry I never wrote back. Well, that's it. I'm sorry. Everyone's silent. Even Casper. Let's eat some food. Ah, ow. Oh, this is it. This is it. Oh no, the baby's here. Oh no, I was afraid of this. We can't travel now. This is my fault. We should have left Basil earlier. I love you, Benjamin, but be quiet. I don't care. I need help. Yes, we need a midwife. Is there one who would accept Rachel? I have some medical experience. Let's say Agnes. Could you get her? Klaus? Yes, I should get her. Agnes has delivered every child in Tassing as long as I can remember. She would never turn any woman away. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Klaus, you're a mensch. Mensch? Mensch? I'm struggling with pronunciations. I'm so sorry. Enough with the thanks. Get me the midwife. Yes. Andreas, you're forgiven. Casper, it's good to have you over, but you both have to leave. Of course. Thank you, Klaus. Good luck, Rachel. Thank you. I'll need it. I'll go fetch Agnes. Thank you for joining us, Andreas. Oh, I almost forgot. You should go see the bonfire preparations in the town commons. You missed them on your last visit. Klaus! I'm going. Thank you, Klaus. We'll be going. Take care. Alright. Preparing the bonfire. Let's heck and go. Look at that. It looks so nice. Everyone seems to be working hard for the bonfire tonight. The commons look festive, decorated like this. Look at all the flowers, Master. And the bonfire is huge. How's the fire coming? Those logs work out all right for you, Indris? Coming along as expected. It's all in place, Otto. Good, good. Alright, everyone. Remember, after the bonfire tonight, we celebrate as usual. We will all gather in the woods, and the women will collect herbs as tradition demands. Otto, the abbot, has forbidden harvesting in the forest. Please, for everyone's sake, reconsider your actions. Thank you, Father, but the abbot's order goes against God's law. The forest belongs to all of us, as do all its game and fowl and fish. You cannot claim ownership over that which the Lord gave us to hold in common. No, I'm sorry, Father, we'll proceed as planned. Tassing has never let anything get in the way of our St. John's customs as long as I can remember. We won't start now. And remember, tomorrow I will show you proof that as sure as the sun turns around the earth, God and our saints are with us. Good day, Andreas. Hello, Brother Watchslav. You look upset at Otto's announcement. Is everything all right? Otto is becoming more aggressive in his defiance of the abbot. Father Gerdach will not take this news well. How could the abbot stop them? He can't exactly chase them all out of the woods himself. Father Abbot knows force is not the only way to get the people to behave. How do you think he came to his position? Fair point. But why is the abbot so angry about it? Did you just hear Father Thomas, Andreas? The abbot declared the woods off limits. Anyway, it's not for me to say. I'm sure the abbot will tell you more. He sent with me an invitation for you to dine with him tonight. I'm sure the father will want to discuss it. Oh, bless me. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Gosh. I'm sure the father will want to discuss the situation over supper. Excuse me. Oh, gosh. Of course I'll attend. Thank you, Brother Watchslav. Does the invitation extend to Casper as well? I'm sorry, Andreas, but Father Abbot has asked you to come to his house alone. Whew. Please tell the abbot I'll see him this evening. Well, I guess I'll see what all the fuss is about. I'll meet you back at the guest house after dinner, alright? Can I help set up the festival decorations while you're with the abbot? Yes, but be back before sundown, alright? Yes, thank you, Master. I'll see you later. Alright. Dinner time. Oh, Ms. Brigitte. Hello, Andreas. Hey, there's Till. Hello, Master Mailer. Okay, this is Werner. Yeah, just saying hello. Master Andreas, you best not keep the abbot waiting. Go on, we'll meet up after supper. Alright, don't get into trouble. Okay, let's go. I guess there is one small mercy for apprentices in medieval Bavaria. They don't have to go and dine with the abbot and miss the festival. Cat! Gotta pet the cat. Absolutely have to pet the cat. Alright, let's go. And the abbot's house. Where is his house? Oh, right, it's past the guest house. I remember now. Okay. Down to Lower Abbey. Go down. Go this way. And it's going to be up these stairs. There we go. There's the abbot. God bless you, Andreas. Glad to see you've received my invitation. Are you ready to eat? Yes. Good. Andreas, welcome back to Kasa. Thank you for having me, Father. I'm pleased you accepted my invitation. I know you are a busy man. Come, sit down and let's pray. He's going to say his prayer. And some more prayer. And some more prayer. And then amens all around. Thank you for joining me, Andreas. It appears you've done very well for yourself. I hope you remember your time at Cursaw fondly. You look well suited to your profession and fame. How have you been faring since your stay here? Let's see. Spent most of my master years painting in Poland. With all the Protestant uprisings, I'm surprised you chose such a tumultuous place for your master years. Krakow has a great deal of beautiful art, Father. Hans Dürer has made a home there as the king's artist. Surely you've heard of his or his brother's work? Still too much of it has been destroyed by those Protestant uprisings. Nobles have been doing more harm than the peasants, actually. They commission all sorts of sacrilegious work. But I doubt my travels are why you've asked me here. What is on your mind, Father? In truth, I had hoped to discuss the rising tensions between the Abbey and townspeople. As we're looking at like a table full of meat and food, I'd like to clarify the situation for you, Andreas. Of course, just like you clarified that Pierre was guilty all those years ago. Ooh. Clarify what, exactly? Simply want to ensure you understand the circumstances objectively from all angles. I believe you've only heard from one side of the issue, Andreas. Otto's little speeches about taxes don't account for the entire situation. Why demand such high taxes then, Father? Let's start with the Lebkuchen. Can't pronounce that. With a scriptorium closure, the taxes are necessary to make up for the lost income. Surely there's another option. You really need to raise taxes that much? Why not ask the bishop for help? Just because you decide to close the scriptorium doesn't mean townsfolk should suffer. Why not ask the bishop for help? That's the bishop? I have the authority to keep the abbey running, so I will in the way I see fit. I will not shame the abbey that way. Brother Guy has gone over the expenses himself. Raising taxes is the best way to cover these costs. But what about prohibiting the peasants from using the forest? That's a new restriction. Let's have the pudding. The forest belongs to the abbey, and the peasants have no right to use it. Legally, it's theft. Don't harm the abbey to let the townsfolk pick up sticks. Why bring the issue up with me, then? That is certainly some Latin. Roman platitudes serve no one here, Andreas. The wisdom of such sayings is limited. Since they were written by pagans, they do not acknowledge God's natural law. Oh, what is natural law? Christian idea derived from ancient Greek philosophers that the principles of morality and ethics are inherent in the natural world. Oh, hypocrisy, you, to say that God's natural law, that pagans do not acknowledge God's natural law when God's natural law comes from pagans themselves. Haha. Checkmate. Priest. Bishop. May have a limited education in natural law, Father, but didn't God give Adam and Eve dominion over all the earth, like the 12 Articles mention? The 12 Articles. That drivel is Lutheran propaganda and defies the Church's authority to regulate the sinful and greedy nature of mankind. It's a shameful document for Klaus to print. Look at its effects on the townsfolk. I hear they will continue their disobedience by collecting herbs on St. John's Eve. The whole town knows I've forbidden it. The matter is grave, and I will excommunicate anyone who defies my order. You would condemn the town over something so petty. That is up to them. Let's have some pheasant. Num num num. Remaining impartial will be impossible as long as you're in town. Support me in ending this foolish rebellion. You have a reputation in town, Andreas. You are a successful man, and the townsfolk believe they are like you. I'd like you to convince the other townsfolk, the printer, for example, that this uprising is not in their best interests. The rest of the town will follow, and the peasants will have no chance to resist. We can end this peacefully. Don't want the town to come to harm. It is a precarious situation, but I understand your point of view. The peasants have genuine grievances. Why not talk with them and negotiate? I want no part of this either way. I don't have a stake in this, and I don't want to make enemies. Peasants are right. You have been too harsh on them. I won't help you. Damn your plan, and damn you. Ooh. You know what? Yeah. Like, I can see that the costs for the monastery are really high, but at the same time, you're sitting at a table, like, Andreas is sitting at a table full of food, like rich food, pudding, pheasant, a special kind of bread that I can't pronounce, and there's all this rich food, and the abbot has the audacity to just demand more money from the peasants and then ask us to put down the rebellion. And that's unreasonable. And it's like and I remember he accused Brother Piero of being the murderer too. Like this this old man of killing someone that was like basically in their prime and had a history of beating people almost to death. So damn your plan and damn you, Father. Honestly, Andreas, I've invited you in, asked a genuine request, and this is how you respond? Perhaps I should have known better, but I was hoping. Please, take more time to think about it. I apologize if we must conclude for now. It's like there's some hypocrisy here coming from the bishop. He must excuse myself, I am expected to lead a service tonight. Think on what we've discussed, Andreas. I trust you can find your way out. I will, Father Abbot. Good night. Yeah, because it's like it's gone past the point of negotiating, because Otto said that he's tried so many times. And also, we're not at the abbot's mercy anymore. So that definitely has an effect on our response. Where am I going? I'm going back to town. Let's pet the cat. And it's like, okay, Brother D is a really good accountant, but it seems like, not that something isn't adding up, but maybe the Abbey is spending too much money on all this, like, rich food when they should be, like, so much more humble in practice. Hey, Casper. Master Andreas, look how big the bonfire is. The decorations are so fancy. St. John's Eve Festival is a big event for Tassing. I missed it last time I was here. Haven't you ever been to a festival like this? No, I've never seen anything like this. Can I stay at the bonfire and see the costumes and watch them collect herbs, Master Mailer? Please? Alright, but follow along and don't get in their way. Too tired for the festival? I think I'll just turn in for the night. Yes, I promise I won't make trouble. I'll see you tomorrow, Master. Little kitty. It's like Carl. Evening, Andreas. Say, how do you like the bonfire? We built it nice this year. Big and sturdy. It's a fine setup, Carl. Excellent work. I know we can't compare to where you come from, but we still give it our all. In celebration of the light who prepared the way for our Lord. Anton, you remember Andreas Maller, the master artist? Yeah, I've seen him around town. Son, be polite. Ugh, hello, Master Mailer, how are you? Now this this is a well-raised kid, does as he is told. I am well, thank you, young man. Anton's a good boy, let me tell you. A bit of a rascal, as you can see, but he's got a good head and a good heart. Likes to hide it, though. Ugh, Dad, will you stop? Easy to rile you up, just like your mother. How is Helena? Is she not attending the bonfire? She'll join us later. She went with Martha to dip their toes into the stream and to pick some flowers for the garlands and wreaths. It's important to hold to traditions. You're right, especially with the times we're having. Besides, maybe Martha and Helena will come across the blossom of a fern out there. What's so funny about that? Ferns don't flower. That means no power to speak with animals for you, boy. See, in Poland, young couples go into the woods together searching for the fern. It's like an engagement ritual. Don't worry, Anton. You can always get a garland with St. John's wort to ward off any demons and evil spirits. Ah yes, I've played that game before. In the forest with a maiden, seeking the fern that flowers. Oh boy. Slut era, here we go. Andreas, you cad. But please don't insinuate such things in front of my boy. Hey, I'm old enough to get what that means. I'll be going into the woods with a girl soon. You know, Anton, it's not the time nor the company to talk about that. Let's just enjoy the celebrations. Speaking of, what do you think of the festival so far, Anton? It's fine, I guess. I like the fires when they are lit. The mountains get to twinkle like stars. I don't like when people get drunk and rowdy as the night goes on. They get into fights and all. So, everyone likes to let loose sometimes. It's good for the body. I don't know about that, Master Mailer. All I see is blood and bruises. But your dad keeps the trouble away, yes? Yeah, he doesn't like it when those goddamn bastards go too far. Language, boy. God doesn't look kindly on blaspheming. But those are your words, Dad. Best you don't quote me. Quote the scripture instead. It's better for your soul. You listen to your father, Anton. I will. I do. Jesus. Hey, what did I just say? Don't let your mother catch you with that mouth. Well, I'll let you get back to the festivities now. It was a pleasure. Until later, Andreas. Bye. Alright, let's talk to other people. This is Brigitte. Oh, Martin, look who it is. Good evening, Andreas. Andreas, you're staying for the festival, I hope. Of course he's staying. Who would miss this? Especially after you burly boys built such a beautiful bonfire. Burly boy like me would do anything for you, Dove. Couldn't help myself. Brigitte, Martin, you're both feeling very festive, I see. The food, the fires, the dancing, it really is a night to enjoy. It's to honor the anniversary of the birth of Blessed John, a vigil for he who prepared the way. Yes, and he'd have liked everyone to have a good mood in their hearts and good food in their bellies. As a hermit who wandered in the desert, living off locusts and wild honey, he probably wouldn't agree. I'd like to live off some wild honey myself, if you catch my meaning. Oh my gosh. Who wouldn't? Now I can't stop thinking about it. Andrews. Slut era. Here we go. You're an ordinary man after all. It's true. I have my vices. As long as you have God hold you on the path, and the eye fixed on your wife. Lust is a sin, after all. Andreas has proved himself honest and honorable. Isn't that right? You saw it all those years ago, Brigitte. I remember all that effort to save your friend, the old monk. You're not a sinful man, no. There's much you don't know about me, but perhaps that's for the better. Thank you for the kind words. We'll thank her for the kind words. So are you going to heed Otto's call and go into the forest? No, I'm not really looking for trouble. There's enough of that going around. Even though you supported him earlier during his speech. He speaks his mind on what's important, but like I've said, I have no personal interest to provoke the abbot. We are God-fearing people, Andreas. What'd you argue with Otto with it, anyway, when I first saw you in the meadow? Oh, nothing of note. Andreas, please, enough of this talk. We're here to celebrate. And Marta and I will dance until our legs begin to waver. Isn't that right? Would not miss it for the world. That's delightful. I hope you have a great evening. You as well, Andreas. Until later. Let's talk to Till. Hello, Master Melee. Evening, Till. Enjoying the festival? Very much so. I perhaps feel a tad old for the more active side of the celebrations, but I enjoy the sights and sounds. Did you know that the word for the summer solstice leads back to the Romans? Solstitium, the sun stands still. Such as it looks at this time of year. The sun rises higher for a long time, and then stays there before falling again. A fitting allegory for the cosmic arc of mankind, rise and fall. But to make up for that, dancing, leaping, songs, joy, and mirth. Romans also had secret celebrations for both Juno and Vesta around this time. To gain blessings for marriage and family. Sometimes it seems as if the festivals are made up to cover what the young folk get up to. We know there's no stopping them, not really. Sure couldn't stop me at that age. Young hearts are both fickle and resolute. And don't they just always enjoy the sense of danger? Can't blame them. Such excitement gets the blood boiling. Makes you feel alive. I've had my share, thank you. I'd rather read about it these days. Well, with the Abbey selling books from their library, I hoped I could get some for myself, but it proved to be far too expensive. Klaus and his printings have proven to be of more use and a fair bit cheaper. Have you come across any interesting tales? I have indeed, Master Melee. Oh, I didn't quite understand everything. The text was in Latin. It was by a Roman named Strabo, and it was about geography. That's why I noticed it. Ah, the noted philosopher and historian. He was actually Greek by birth. I imagine you are reading his Geographica. Yes, that could have been it. The book was about many kinds of barbarians, which also included the Arieti tribe I read about years ago. The people who used to live on this very land before the Romans arrived. He called this place Seratium and described it as a cluster of daub huts His people hostile and warlike, only interested in hunting and fighting. There was something about Manus and his sons, but I couldn't quite understand a lot of it. In any case, when the Romans came, most of these locals were driven out, but some were captured to work in the fields and the mines. Oh, what happened to the locals who were forced out? No idea. I would imagine that after the Romans were driven off, when their empire started falling apart, maybe the barbarians came back. But were they really the same people, or nomads from elsewhere? I guess we may never know. Thank you for the quick history. I'll let you get back to the festivities. Enjoy yourself tonight, Master Mailer. Until later. Alright, let's talk to El Peter. Good evening, Andreas. Nice to see you here. Grandpa, look who it is. Eh? Oh, the artist. You're still around? Thought to stay and enjoy the festivities. Pah, you call this a festival? Cough. You haven't seen nothing yet. You're not going to tell the story again, are you? You kids need to learn it by heart, else Percha will run you down. This is about the wild hunt. Yes, it draws near. Cough. Heed my warning. Grandpa, you're getting agitated again. It's not good for your health. Nonsense. I can outlive any bastard out there. So, where was I? The wild hunt? Yes. Did you bring your mask? No, sorry. Bah! Put your life in danger for all I care. The masks are to protect us as we banish the witches and spirits in Percha's path. She punishes all humans she finds in the woods on St. John's Eve, since only witches are out in the wilderness. Anyone caught will be turned into animals. No one but a priest can then turn your back. Well, I guess I can imagine a worse punishment. You joke, artist, but you won't be laughing when Percha finds you. Stay indoors tonight. If you want to come outside, stay within the light of St. John's fire. At least St. Sacha blesses the herbs in the forest this night. And the women will gather the herbs, regardless of that bastard abbot. Certainly important to stockpile some for the winter. Well, thank you for teaching me more about local traditions. Cough. Hey, Big George. You grab some of those ashes with you after the bonfire has died down. Fine. What are the ashes for? It's to spread across the garden. Ensures a good harvest. Figures you city people don't know shit. Don't be like that, Grandpa. Now that story time is over, how are you enjoying the evening so far, Andreas? Spoken to a few other people here. Very enlightening. It's the best time to spend with your friends. Have you heard anything interesting? Ah, gossip. You two are like that burner in the forest. Smokey, that's the one. Always nosy about other people. I've also been invited to have dinner with the abbot. I guess the talking never stops. It'll be an interesting discussion, I'm sure. Maybe you can talk some sense into Father Gurno. He's not making it easy for us, any of us. Oh, this conversation must be for before we go to the abbot. It's not like we're asking for much. I'll do what I can. All we can ask. Guess I shouldn't keep you then. You have an important meeting to attend. You're right, I can't keep the abbot waiting for too long. Until later. Oh, we've taken a lot of your time, haven't we? Don't forget to enjoy the night's celebrations. Humph. Alright, let's get going. I think we have talked to enough people. Let's head off back to bed. We'll see what happens. I have a feeling things are going to happen. Oh wait, we can go into the church? Hey, we can go into the church. Hello? Painting of the Virgin Mary. What does that labyrinth symbolize? That's a good question. Well then. We're here. We were in here now. Let's head out. Pet the cat. Always pet the cat. Alright, let's go. And then we just head up to bed. It's getting late, I should get some rest. Boy, heck and howdy, let's have us a nap. Let's have a good schmeep. Ooh, excuse me. Hey, back to our dream. Oh, no, it looks like the labyrinth. Okay. Taking a long way around, I see. Sabine. What is it? Let's wait. Come home. I will, soon. You're lying. Sometimes I think you must despise me. But maybe it's worse than that. Maybe I'm nothing to be regarded at all. What am I to you now? An annoyance? A bother? A nuisance to be ignored while you lead another life in Krakow? Was there ever an ounce of love in your heart for me? Of course there was. But no longer. I hate talking to you when you're like this. You hate everything about me. I don't hate you. You don't love me. It doesn't matter. Go back to your whores, the women who make you happy. This house is so lonely without him. Stop. Your presence would only amplify the grief. Stop. Leave me alone. Leave me alone with the memory of him. Stop. Just leave me alone. Just for one night. One night where I don't have to dream about him. Please. Thank you. Oh, maybe he lost a son. That's possible. Oh, damn. Andreas has it rough. Oh no, the labyrinth. Oh gosh. Hey, who's this? August? Oh no, must be the dead son. Hello, August. I know you aren't going to say anything. You never say anything. Oh. I'm sorry I couldn't do anything for you. I suppose there's not much one can do against plague. Oh no! Oh man. Oh, buddy. Do you get tired where you are? Last time I saw you, I said goodnight to you. I couldn't come to bed, so I stood in the doorway. I just stood in the dark. You didn't say anything back, so I said it again. I don't know how long I stood there. Just waiting for you to say goodnight. Oh, I think I'm gonna cry. You still look the same age to me. I wonder if I'll ever forget your face. Do I remember your mother as she is? Remember loving her, or am I just thinking of some perversion of Daniel's portrait? I dread this moment each time I play this game, twice so far. Oh my gosh. I remember loving her. Can you ever picture someone clearly if you love them? Can you ever picture someone clearly if you hate them? I loved you, little boy. I loved you so much. Sometimes I wish I could die so I wouldn't feel it anymore. Everyone loses their parents eventually. Not everyone loses their child. It's a qualitatively different kind of grief. Oh yeah, I can imagine. But I can't. So I retrace my steps every night. And I find my way back to her. Back to you. I love you, August. Good night. Yeah, how I'm kind of imagining it now, and I think I coincidentally kind of set it up this way, where it's like the vibe I'm getting is that Andreas went off to be, a famous artist, a famous painter, and then when his son died, he lost all passion for art, and now he's just kind of just doing it because he doesn't know how to do anything else, and it's the only way he can kind of keep himself busy. Which perfectly lines up with how I was having him talking to Casper last time I played this, because Andreas was like, hey kid, don't do it just for money. The money's nice, but it's nice to have passion for your art. And we're here. Oh boy. What happened to this place? Where is Prester John? And where are Socrates and St. Grobian? Grobian wasn't on the ship of fools. Melancholia. Oh, he is depressed. Oh shit. I was right. Passion is something Andreas long since lost. Yeah. Won't you answer me? No thoughts for Beatrice? You are Beatrice, aren't you? Once. I was a voice of caution, of prudence. And now? More and less than caution. The ache of doubt that stiffens to paralysis. Paralysis that breeds despair. Melancholia. What happened to what happened to you? What happens to you happens to us. The foundations of this city are still moored within the ocean of your mind. Its court does not rule your mind rules the court. Once a reason, curiosity, and the foolishness of youth dwelt under the aegis of your intellect. I am all that remains, the melancholy of life's autumn. But how did it come to this? You have turned your gaze to your own dark center. You know the courses of your own life. You know how the choices you've made have brought you here. What am I supposed to do about it now? Change your life. Wait, I shouldn't be here. I needed to help someone. Is Casper all right? Ah, so your thoughts aren't entirely turned inward. There's still something in you that cares for others in spite of your melancholy. Perhaps there's still hope for us. Wake up, Andreas. And we are awake. St. John's Eve. Find Casper. Alright. I think this is a good place to stop for now. I'm guessing this is right before things start to go bad. Or start to take a turn. So, I'm going to go ahead and we are going to wrap up for tonight. Reading for 2 hours. I need to rest my voice a little bit. And we'll go ahead and find somebody to raid. Let's see, who is streaming tonight? Oh, we raided Bootnex last night. Let's see. Yeah, let's raid my friend Alice. Haven't raided them in the last 30 days. Looks like they're playing an MMO called Pantheon, Rise of the Fallen. Can't say anything because spoilers, just keep playing. Thanks for stream. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, it's a good place to stop. I've been reading for 2 hours straight. I need to rest my voice a bit. But we will keep playing next time for sure. I do want to finish Pentiment before I continue on to Vampire. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and raid Alice. And thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you to everyone that gave a follow. And then I'm going to go ahead and plug my Discord really quick for anybody that's interested and wants to hang out between streams or over the weekend. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, shoot. BeacoBot's not on. Give me just a second. Give me just a moment. Silly me. I knew I was forgetting something. I completely forgot BeacoBot. Let me turn that on really quick for like 5 seconds so I can do my little command here.
Thank you for your interest in the Discord. You can join following this link.
And then there we go. So there's my Discord and chat for those interested. And until next time, I will catch you all later. We're going to go ahead and visit Alice and say hi and hello. And I will see you all next time on Monday when we stream again.